Hello, folks. I am back finally with some shooting impressions of the Staccato P. And some of you might know that in my area, we are restricted on range time in my area. So a lot of the ranges are closed. So I was finally able to do so at my employer. And I'm going to tell you, this is a really, really decent combat pistol because a lot of people know the company STI as a competition shooting company. They put out really good competition firearms in 2011s and 1911s. But this is marketed as a duty slash like combat type style pistol. And what I've said in my previous videos that my favorite quote unquote combat pistols are the Glock 45, also the Sig Sauer P226 TAC Ops, and also in there is the CZ SP01. And I can really say this is really what I would call a decent combat pistol. I guess they took some of that technology from the shooting sports and applied it to this combat pistol. Let me just show clear real quick because I don't want anybody getting upset. And there you go. It's clear. The ramp is clear. Nothing in there and so forth. Okay. Now, with this particular firearm, I decided to do some shooting with this firearm just to break it in, see how I shot. And mind you, I haven't shot since roughly the beginning of March. So, like I said, those restrictions held me back. And something else I also did new was I finally decided to shoot a firearm with the Streamlight TLR1 HL, and it I've never shot a firearm with a tack light on there, so this was going to be a different challenge for me as well, because you actually should. Anything you add to a firearm, you need to shoot with it to see how you're going to grip, hold, and shoot with that particular firearm. Let me get to it straight out. This firearm shoots extremely flat. It's very accurate, much more accurate than I am. And I also had a couple friends of mine at the range I work at shoot this firearm, and they had nothing but good things to say about this. We had one guy. He is a actual. Uh, he's in the Marines, and he loves the way it shoots. Matter of fact, he did a mag dump with this with no problems. And I had another guy that was with me. He shot this firearm very well, and everybody had nothing but praises for this firearm. And even when I shot this, I was greatly, greatly impressed. So that's why this has to be one of my favorite combat style pistols. And I'm going to mention to you there was only one malfunction. Now, I wasn't there to see the malfunction. Matter of fact, the guy that was shooting this and had the malfunction, everybody yelled at him and said that he sucked, that he made a good firearm look bad. Now that goes to show you that how much respect that this firearm gets, that they are blaming the shooter outside of the firearm. So I don't know whether he limp wristed or anything. I can't say that. But he said it was just one malfunction. Everybody was yelling at him for it. And I'm going to show you like just before I go on to show you some targets, the fiber optic is right there up front and the adjustable sights. Now this is the way it came from the factory. I didn't mind the setup because it was, for me, it was dead on. All you have to do to remember is make sure that in my case, make sure that that dot, when you're looking between these posts here, make sure that dot is kind of like in the basket, barely touching the bottom of this sight here. So when you're looking through, you want to have it kind of like this, and that's how I pretty much target it very well. I'm seeing if I could do it on camera, but I guess you guys get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. So that's what basically I was see if that'll work that way. Well, yes. Well, that's what I was trying to do. Make sure that dot was on target for me, and everything would line up. So let me get to the target. Remember that I haven't shot since the beginning of March, and here it is. Where this was shot, this was roughly anywhere from 10 to 15 yards. And you can see I was a little rusty. I'm trying to figure out where to place my sighting. I was a little bit too high here. And of course, this is just plain old stupidity of not gripping the firearm properly, and the round goes elsewhere. Actually, some of my first shots went low, and then I just tried to adjust. And I'm pretty much happy with this group, considering I haven't shot in since March, and yeah, I like what I see right here. I did drift a little here, but the targets were pretty much spot on. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the target from the other guy. The guy that was the Marine. He shot this, and I'm gonna show you exactly where he shot. I don't have his target, but his shot groups were right here in the eight ring, because, like I said, he was doing almost like a mag dump. So his shots were all right here. Very good shooting, and he is a very good shooter. I have another review I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you some of his shooting groups again. So I'm just going to cut this video short, because I'm going to do another video, which is going to be on the MCX Rattler, and I'm going to tell you how it shot suppressed, because I've shot that for roughly almost a year now. So with that said, happy shooting, stay safe, #2A.